Hello everyone, and welcome back to Ash of God's Redemption, and let's just continue where we left off. And yeah, traveling through the Ashen Wasteland is reckless, but it's the fastest way west to the Marsh Watch. Yeah. Maybe go here? Ah, yes. That was a good idea. Okay, well, we are trying to get to Frigga, so... And there was talk about tall buildings, so towers. We have a Scarlet Tower there. Is there any other tower on the way? If there is, I am not seeing it. Yeah, let's see about getting to Scarlet Tower. So yeah, let's go down this one. It's either that or that. Yeah, already broken and unkempt, but still a decent road, traversing the desolate lands near the spurs of the Milky Mountains. A dirt track running along the wood that occasionally darts under the canopy. Well trodden and quite convenient. Sure, let's go for that one. Okay. Along the way, you come across a village in turmoil. People shouting, dogs barking, chickens clucking. A column of smoke billows from the drying barn. In the town square, several axe-wielding Gels are extorting the peasants for their copper coins and pitiful silver trinkets. Once they notice you, the Gels break for the nearby forest. The villagers cast dark looks at you and turn away. Okay, well that's interesting. I mean, yeah, sure, let's chase the Gels. Although I'm not sure why they're looking at me like that. But yeah, let's chase the Gels. Ake fells the slowest thugs in the chase's first moments. Only 2 remain. Ake follows one, and you chase the other to the edge of the village and into the forest. The Gel takes you straight to his mates. They're all waiting for the raiding party's return. It's too late to do anything about it. The Gels draw their weapons and attack you. I mean, considering the choice I went with, that is to be expected. So I'm not really surprised. Hopefully I can take these though. Oh, almost. I'd hoped that it would hit him, but okay. Sure. Very nice. Wow. I'm glad I picked that one. Is it ever going to end? After the battle, you return to the village to find Ake waiting for you. I caught the bastard, says the giant, breathing heavily, but he was damn fast. I have never seen Gels run like that. You inform Ake that you've caught your own Gel, making the giant warrior smile. The street is completely deserted. The locals are in no rush to shower you with gratitude. You and Ake exchange glances, get on your horses, and hit the road again. Okay. Weird. Alright. On the outskirts of a roadside village, you spot a menhir-like stone pillar. Many of these obelisks were erected in ancient times by villagers hoping to attract the gods' grace to their settlements. At the time, the sick had already begun their pilgrimages to the menhirs for healing, and the Temple of Divine Retribution wasn't nearly as powerful as it is today. In remembrance, you press 3 fingers to your brow, then your lips, then your heart. Ake stares at you wide-eyed. What's all that pointing you're doing? The 3 corners? The zigzag? Is this a sign of the Triune? I've seen that gesture somewhere, but can't remember for the life of me. Maybe a vandal worshipping his idol, or a guard at a menhir? What does it mean? Temple servants usually just bury their heads in their hands and face the nearest wall. I mean, is there anything wrong in trying to explain? I mean, let's go for that. You smile. No, the triune doesn't have a special sign. Some call it three corners or a zigzag. Some don't have a name for it. You simply press 3 fingers, symbolizing the triple menhir. First to the forehead, then to the lips, then to the heart. It means, I remember, I praise, I love. Or I think, I preserve, I keep. Whichever you prefer. Ake shakes his head in frustration. Don't muddy the waters. Who do you remember, praise, and love? What do you think about preserve and keep? What in blazes does it all mean? You sigh. You sound like a temple overseer, Ake, looking for heresy everywhere. Once upon a time, this was simply a greeting used by one of the heralds who descended into this world during the divine retribution. His name was Micah. He and the other heralds went from village to village, giving hope to the survivors. He also said that any stone can be as a menhir if you seek grace within. It takes some time to sink in. I see, says Ake. But what use is this grace? A pillar is a pillar, a menhir's a menhir. It's all worth considering, but I'm afraid that all that thinking will crack my skull. Well, I mean, you asked, sir. I was simply replying. You feel the reaping grow stronger. Yes, give in to the curse. And yes, I know. Oof. As you restock supplies in a roadside village, a distant tower draws your attention. The locals are eager to share that a Jeranan official's daughter recently took up residence there. The woman is reportedly a witch, so the tower has been nicknamed the Witch's House. You recall a piece of advice including tall buildings and decide to pay the witch a visit. The witch turns out to be a very good-looking young woman. At the sight of Ake, she blurts out her name, Atori, and shows you her temple license. She then complains that someone has covered the interior walls of her tower with indecipherable runes, protected with charms that would take her more than a year to break. Ask Atori to let you see the tower. Atori regards you suspiciously. Oh, I should have kept my mouth shut. No, I won't let you in. I could learn a lot from the way that enchantment is woven. I'll untangle it myself in time. Right now, I have other matters to attend. You consider your options. You can't force your way in, or Atori's father will have your head. You could use a subtle enchantment on her, but it'd be easy to underestimate the power the Scarlet Witch might have. She mentioned some matters to attend. Perhaps you could render her a service. Sure. Ask Atori about her matters in need of attention. Atori is eager to tell you that both she and her father strongly oppose slavery. For a long time, the witch was tracking Ryan, who had once raided Burkanan villages with the Gels and driven captives into slavery. The search for Ryan is what brought Atori here. The witch has already located his hideout, but she won't venture there alone. She now waits for her father's men to come to her aid. However, Ryan might escape while she waits. Now, if you could assist in his capture... You realize that you could do the right thing and be rewarded, but tracking down the bastard could take several days. I mean, sure, offer help. You tell Atori that you will find and punish Ryan. With a brilliant smile, she provides detailed directions to Slaver's accomplice's hideout. You depart immediately. You depart in search of Ryan, but don't have any luck until the next day. Ake points out a man with a crutch standing by the side of the road. Look, He matches Atori's description. That's Ryan. The bastard is pretending to be wounded. He probably leads kind-hearted strangers to his accomplices. You can't stop Ake's rumblings before Ryan understands what's happening. Leaping up, he throws his crutch to the side and disappears into the bush. It's not my fault! They made me do it! You hear him yell. Whooping happily, your companion jumps from his horse and runs after Ryan. You stay on the road. The last thing you need is to break a leg in the deadfall. You're not alone for very long. After a short while, several Gels run out of the forest. Ryan's buddies must have come to see what's going on. You pull your sword from its sheath and turn your face to the sky. Are you serious? The moment I'm alone, someone tries to kill me? How about some variety? Alright. More fools. I mean, I might as well do that. Bam! OP. OPAF! Yeah, I'm just waiting for that to be over with. There we go. When you're done, your companions come back carrying Ryan's severed head. Ake observes the Gel's corpses and looks at you inquisitively. You only shrug. Your way lies back to the tower now. Atori is happy to see you. Seeing Ryan's head, she grins and invites you in. You enter the tower without further ado. The inside of the tower is indeed inscribed from floor to ceiling. It's the same word, written over and over. Shirlan. It's the true name of your old friend, known as Rask in Burkana. Okay. Once you've read them, the runes vanish without a trace. You say goodbye to Atori, leap into the saddle, and carry on with your journey. Something feels different. It takes you a while to realize that your blackened arm feels less cold. A good sign. Ah, it went down by 4. Nice. Okay. Well, let's actually look a bit more to see if we have any other towers. Is life? Yeah, lifeless towers. Huh. Well, I don't know if I want to go that far down. Ah, there was a tower up there. Yeah, well. Yeah, probably gonna go down this way. Which would be the old Jabonan Road. Yeah. Ake lags behind. You pull up on the reins, waiting for the giant to catch up so you can see his face. His jaw is set. He's in pain and toughing it out. You make him stop. Even a hero needs a break from time to time. What happened? Ake waves away your concern. My back is acting up, damn it. A weak spot. It's because I'm so large. It's tough to haul all this weight around. Turn the wrong way, sleep on the ground, or forget to put fir twigs under your bedroll and bang, your lower back is screwed. Can't breathe in or out. Put me in a brawl or in a Burkana bathhouse with a pretty lass and I'd forget all about it. Let's offer to examine Ake's back. Are you a book lover or a healer? Ake asks suspiciously. You want to put an enchantment on my back? What if it falls apart like the Albius Town Hall? You leap from your horse and help Ake down. Don't fret, soldier. The Albius Town Hall didn't collapse due to any sorcery of mine, but because I took on another's spell. All your back needs is a couple of able hands and some good ointment, and it'll be good as new. Ake leans over, watching as you spread his bedroll on the ground. I doubt that my back will ever be as good as new, but I'd love to heal it. This stupid illness has put me out of commission for a fortnight before. At least in those days I had a woman to keep me warm and a bed to lie on, but now I cannot even lie down. Amused by Ake's complaints, you make him lie down, roll up his shirt, and rub his back with pine tree ointment. You run a hand along his mighty torso, carefully realigning the troublesome vertebrae. Soon, Ake is able to climb into the saddle all by himself, and you continue your journey. Nice. No, let's go that way, I guess. I mean, 'cause there is a tower down there, so yeah, let's go like that. Oh, I can't go that way. Well, that's interesting. Alright, well, I guess we're going this way then. Give in to the curse. Under a sprawling oak tree on a hill, there's a black slab of stone with a half-effaced inscription and engraved with the image of a sword. You used to know the warrior lying under this grave marker, as you knew his father and his grandfather. You remember them all by name. Ake dismounts and strolls towards the grave, immersed in thought. As you get closer, the giant warrior turns to face you and points at the stone slab behind him. Here lies a hero of Burkana, rescuer of over 100 Raidonan children. I dare say he's just like Thorn Brenin, but lived half a century earlier. Do you know anything about him, or of the others? Tell me about yourself, too. Memories are a family business. Are you a book lover, or what? Yes, I know this hero. His name was Captain Helton. 60 years ago, the Palians arose again. We avoided a full-scale war, but several bands landed on the Raidonan shores and massacred several villages. The only prisoners they took were children. They took over 100 children to their islands. They needed 10 longships to carry them. Helton went after them and saved everyone. But the Palians had their revenge. 10 years later, they captured him and burned him alive. His charred bones lie here. There were 122 children in total. Helton saved 80. The rest perished during the battles or were killed by the Palians. Though they didn't burn Helton, the Vandals did, after he'd torched 4 Vandal villages near Frigga and killed everyone there. Are you saying Helton wasn't a hero? Or that he was wrong to burn the Vandal villages? At least the Palians never murdered children. Helton burned the villages and left no one alive. He supposedly did it to punish the Vandals' banditry, but Gels were the ones responsible for the raids. Helton paid dearly for his actions. His bones were returned in a basket full of shit, and that's how they buried him here. Burkana had many heroes. The man lying under this stone had many renowned companions. His boatswain was Celia, nicknamed Fatso. The drunkard Hund stood at the helm. Bosch, who knew every shoal from Raidona to Isida, was the pilot. Then where are their graves? Did they receive heroes' burials? Celia became food for the cannibals near Frigga, so there was nothing left to bury. Hund got so drunk he fell from the stern of his ship and drowned. The crew didn't notice until morning. It's a miracle that the ship didn't hit a reef. As for Bosch, his own captain killed him. Was it because he crashed the ship on the rocks or ran it aground? No, for stopping Helton from assaulting a 13-year-old girl. Helton said that the entire Palian horde had humped her and that one more go wouldn't make a difference. When you dig into history, Ake, pinch your nose. The stench is unimaginable. A book lover should stick to his books. Consider me an orphan. The village where I'm from was one of the few massacred by the Palians. I survived, obviously, so this is my story too. Why did you become a scribbler, what do you call it, a scribe? That's how the stars aligned, Ake. You became a warrior because you're strong, brave, honest, and determined. I became a scribe because I have good memory, legible handwriting, and because sitting on the stone benches in the archives doesn't make my back hurt. Is Berkana's history as complicated as that hero's? Are you saying that Frisia didn't attack us first? Berkana is a land. It's the people that are aggressive. Even though the famous battle of the Drowsy Deep was fought on the Frisian border, I know for a fact that the Birkans never meant to bring death and destruction. Quite the opposite. Let's not disturb the memory of the dead. No feats or transgressions of the past can change anything in the present. You should just remember that one day you'll rest under a slab of stone just like this, and some finicky book lover will label you as a bandit or criticize you for taking innocent lives. Hold your tongue, Hopper. You can't beat me in a fistfight. Don't know about that. And I should twist your head off for such slander. I've never murdered innocents, never wanted to be an executioner, and never looted corpses, unless you count the trophies from my regiment's coffers. Well, you see, Ake, it's the winners that write history. So, if your enemies are the victors of whatever combat you fall in, then, yeah, they will probably not depict you very nicely. Well, then no scribe or scribbler can hurt you. It's no use arguing with you, Hopper. You've gotten the better of me every time. You know more and you see further. But there's one thing you don't realize. There are thousands of men like me. When I die, it'll be nothing special. Why would you want everlasting fame, Ake? For a tombstone that hardly anyone visits? These times don't accommodate long-term plans. I wish we could predict what tomorrow holds. Okay, well, I am going to end this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider leaving a like and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye!